Hello everybody. I'm doing a follow-up video, part 2, to where I motorized my Woodward Fab bead roller using a half-inch drive electric drill and a flex plate flywheel. I'll leave a link in the description below for the part 1 video. We had some issues that I was going to do some further modifications for. The big one is the flex in the frame. As you can see, it flexes quite a bit. I'm going to do like other people have done and add some stiffeners in this area here. I've got some 1.5 square 1/8 inch wall steel tubing. I'm going to weld it all the way around first, both sides, front and back, grind it, get it flat, if hammer it straight if need be, and then strip the paint off of here and weld it up, make sure everything's straight. Also, I plan to put some kind of adjustment T-handle here for the roller tension, and also a lever to tighten this block retaining bolt. And I want to put a return spring on this bearing block so that when you loosen this, the dies come apart. Anyhow, let me weld this up and I'll be right back. Okay, I finished welding up the 1.5 square tube stiffener for the frame. I had to do a little straightening to it. It did warp up about 1/8 inch out of flat, and it took quite a bit to straighten it out, so I'm pretty impressed with the strength of that stiffener. I stripped the paint off the bead roller frame, and as you can see, I stitch welded it all around. I kept checking it to make sure that it didn't pull it out of flatness. I did have to do a little creative welding to pull it back in when it started to pull in one direction, so you weld on the other side to compensate. Anyhow, everything came out nice and stiff. As you can see, I painted it up with some Rust-Oleum hammer tone paint finish. I took the hex bolt out of here, put in a metric grade 8 socket head cap screw, and cut down a Allen wrench to fit. It stays in there nice while you're working with it. I did the same with the adjustment for the up and down block. That gives me easy adjustment here. And I made a return spring mechanism that attaches to this upper bearing block. I welded a hex nut onto the face of the bearing block to put in a 1/4-20 screw, and then I drilled and tapped the frame for the upper mount for the spring. But it's nice because you could adjust this tension bolt, and when you pull this up and down, it just follows it up. No problem at all. Everything really came out nice and solid. I didn't realize, I was more concerned with the flex from The twisting, that was my big concern, but I didn't realize how much that stiffener was going to make the repeatability of your rolling depth improved, because it strengthened it up, keeps the jaws of the frame from spreading up and down too. I noticed there was a lot of spring back previously, and this pretty much all but eliminated it, and it works really really nice. You can go and pull up. This is just a stepping die, and you can see put it in the joggle, nice and crisp. Anyhow, I'm very happy with it. If you like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be doing more tool modifications, also some old truck repair. I've got a 1950 Ford F1 truck that I am doing modifications to. If you'd like to follow along, I always appreciate comments and likes. Anyhow, have a nice day. Thanks.